guys, we're going to be making a Zentangle pumpkin today, and we're going to be using lots of different types of lines and designs to create our pumpkin. And what you're going to need is piece of paper, pencil, and then a marker of some type to outline after. Now, just a warning is that the reason you want to start with pencil is because I've drawn about 3 of these already, and I've already messed up with marker because I really do need to sketch it out first when we're doing our pumpkin, just so it looks right. But the first thing you're going to want to do is, again, make sure you have a piece of paper and a pencil, and then a marker to trace when you're done. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to start by making an oval, skinny oval, in the middle of your paper. Kind of looks like it could be a corn on the cob. Then, this is where it gets kind of tricky and where having a pencil helps. You're going to want to kind of bump out just a smidge, and then you're going to make another long line down and then kind of bump it in. You want the top to be smaller than the bottom because we're going to add a stem. And I didn't leave a ton of room. I should have probably left a little more room, but I can still put a stem in there. Next, I'm going to go on this other side, and I'm going to go over here. And again, I'm going to just bring it in. And I want to make another one of these shapes. So I'm going to kind of go up, and I'm going to go out and bring it in. So I'm going to go up, out, and there's a line in my table that I don't want to hit like I did earlier today. So it's kind of smaller at the top, and that's okay. I wanted it that way. Now, once you have your pumpkin to the way you want it, I'm going to make a oval kind of tilted to the side, and then I'm going to make my stem. Your stem could be fatter, it could be skinnier, like I did this one earlier, but I hit the table, so I have a mark, but I made my stem kind of more thick. This one's skinny. And then I'm going to add that vine that's on a pumpkin. You can add another one if you wanted. You could add a little one. Totally up to you. The next step is to draw 5 or 6 lines that cross from one side of the pumpkin to the other. And this is going to create sections for us to add our doodles in there. So I'm going to start and just start adding these lines. So I'm just going to start one side to the other. They might curve, they might be kind of, I like to curve it so it gives it a little dimension. But there's 2 right there. 3, 4, and I'm going to put one more here. 5. I'm just going to do 5. For me, that works. All right, so once you've done and you've made your lines and you've gotten it to where you like it, now we're going to do the Zentangling part. And you might want to do that with marker if you feel confident, pencil if you're not sure. So sometimes I know we get stuck with figuring out different types of lines and designs. And so I have a couple of different examples here. So this is one sheet that I had just found online. I typed in examples of line, and this is what it gave me. And then here's another example of some like really cool lines, designs, and doodles. Again, these are all just basic lines. Just put together to make really cool doodles. So I'm going to start with my pumpkin, and I'm going to keep this nearby just because maybe I get stumped and I can't figure out what to do, and I'm just thinking, man, give me some ideas here. So I am going to start, and I'm going to use, I have 2 different types of markers. I have a thin tip and a more broad tip, which is not broad anymore because I've used it so much. But I'm just going to start and making some lines. I'm going to start at the top. And again, I'm going to do every single one of these shapes. And again, it's going to take some time, and sometimes it's nice to just put on some music And again, just kind of doodle. And this is only going to be done, you can just do black and white, or you could do reds, yellows, and oranges and color in each shape. But the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have the designs in each one of your pumpkins. So once you finish your doodles on your pumpkin, you can now take, I use markers, but I'm going to use red, yellow, and orange. So those are my warm colors. And I am going to color different areas of my pumpkin in, and I will show you what that will look like. So I'm just going to kind of start with one area and just kind of outline it, highlight it in, color it in. Then move to a different area and kind of, you want to just make sure that you're not coloring two of the same color right next to each other. So like I wouldn't want to do these two orange, but I would, could skip one. I could come over here and do a little one. Maybe I'm going to do this one right here. And the easiest way to do that, again, is to outline it and then color it in. And last but not least, I'm gonna color in the stem with brown, and I might go over the vine, the little vine part. Again, I just use marker because that's what I had. If you want to use colored pencil, you go right ahead. If you want to use crayon, again, same thing, feel free. But that is our fall Zentangle pumpkin.